upside down. The world is upside down. Mountains aren't high enough. The depths of the earth aren't low enough for us. Yet something, someone, somewhere, so little, so minute, can do so much. So why can't we? I'm currently 22 years of age. So the DMD or Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy also affects the muscles of the heart and the breathing muscles which help us breathe. So the thing is with this disorder, eventually a time will come when I will have to be either put on life support or ventilator because I wouldn't be able to breathe, and even with a ventilator eventually the heart will also give away and have to move on, or finish it at that stage only, not to put on a ventilator and continue the further journey of the soul. So Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy is a progressive muscle degenerative disorder. So basically it is a genetic disorder. So there is a genetic fault. So then there is a protein called a dystrophin in our muscles which protects them from regular wear and tear. So as due to the genetic fault it is missing. So what it means is that over time, initially I could walk and everything, but over time the muscle mass would go on as and is continuing to reduce in both size and volume, and as muscles are required to do every movement. So that reduction means that all movements are slowly getting reduced and my disability is increasing. And degenerative means the muscles simply they break down and are basically disposed by the body because of this missing protein, and that's why it's progressive and degenerative. I'm a writer and a blogger. I have self-published my first book, Solace, and I also run a blog on wordpress.com called Perspective, where I share my poetry and other writings. To be honest, my life is nothing like that of an ordinary child, especially my childhood. But in spite of these differences, I have had in all respects, in academics, in co-curricular activities, in having good time with friends, a normal life, what most people think as normal. Even though there were a lot of struggles, I had to go visit the doctor regularly, undergo physiotherapy, and face various challenges which increased over time. But that did not stop me from enjoying my life. We would go to restaurants, we go to movie. I did my entire schooling in a normal school, not a special school dedicated to individuals, persons with disabilities. To be honest, I am very fortunate to not only have a cooperative school but also an accessible school. There were a few areas which were not accessible, but on the whole, most of the school was accessible. With the college, there were challenges. The college building was old, and a lot of the infrastructure needed upgrades, which are there in newer buildings. But it being an old building, it didn't have. But again, it didn't hamper my ability to enjoy my college life or finish or complete my education. Most of my classmates, they had their parents or they themselves never had met any person with disability. And the attitude in the society towards persons with disability is not exactly great, or something that is told to children. That is how we behave. They are just like us, but they are just thoda alag. They are just a little bit different. We have to acknowledge it, accept that. The diversity is not, especially with persons with disability, is not something that children are familiar with. Disability for me is something that makes the person who has the disability a little bit different from others and nothing more. For example, the most obvious for me would be that I'm a wheelchair user and others are not, nothing more. That's all. So why can't we? If sky isn't the limit, if the deepest ocean is in the end, then why can't we change the world? This divided world, the path ahead is dark. Twists and turns it entails. Pray the divine light shows us the way. Now is the chance to make the world straight. The world is upside down.